If you enjoyed this program, please like and subscribe. You really messed up. And Klal Yisrael was messing up bad. And then October 7th happened. And that's what it took to unite us. That's what it took. That's sad. That's Mashiach ben Yosef moment. Isn't that sad? And we were fighting on the streets of Jerusalem and Tel Aviv. Fighting. Crazy over crazy things. Like idiots. It wasn't an issue of eating bacon. Where I live, you can't even find bacon. We were fighting each other on the streets of Yerushalayim. We were going to court over if you can build a sukkah or put up a mechitza on the street. We were cursing each other. Really? October 7th. October 7th put an end to that.
Okay, we're moving on to the next caller. Caller, you are live on the air. Please tell us your name, where you're calling from.
Hi, Rabbi. My name is Shanair. I'm calling from Crown Heights again.
Welcome back.
I have a question regarding the. I noticed that throughout the Christian Bible, there's a lot of showing how you're depraved. I mean, I noticed that because I'm just an Orthodox Jew. I don't really know, but I'm saying, without quoting me scripture, are you able to tell me why it's really easy to keep the Torah? Because to me, it seems it's not easy. Like Paul's right, but if you could,
Don't hang up on this boy. Listen very carefully.
Yeah.
So I could tell that you grew up in a religious home. Yes.
Yeah.
Which mitzvah is more difficult to observe? The commandment to eat kosher and to not eat treif, or lashon hara, to not speak evil about someone? What's more difficult?
Well, for me personally, I think not speaking bad about people because.
You personally, are you insane? I love you, I'm kidding. Listen to me. It's not even close. To eat a kosher food and not eat pork and lobster, I mean, that's hard. That's nothing. Why is it in Tanakh that the Jews are criticized relentlessly for certain sins and other sins are almost never mentioned? I mean, there's almost no mention in Tanakh anywhere about Jews eating pork, eating unkosher food. It's unbelievably difficult to find such a mention. Violating Shabbos. That means, of course, you have the mitzvah of keeping Shabbos. You have the mitzvah of eating. But when you get to the prophetic part, the Nevi'im, the prophets contain a record of criticism. The Nevi'im, the prophets, is a record of every mistake that the Jews have made. And our enemies use this record as a weapon against us, hit us over the head. So you just use your brains. Kindlech, my sweet brothers and sisters, look at the Nevi'im, which is the second section of Tanakh, Torah, Nevi'im, Kesuvim, mean the writings, and just see what seems to come up over and over and over again. What problem, what sin seems to be one that people stumble in, and what sin just doesn't come up very much? Well, I could give you the inside scoop, and you can ask any religious Jew. It is not difficult to keep Shabbos. Now, it's challenging to keep Shabbos if you're on a plane. It happened with me and my daughter. We were flying, I don't remember where, and the plane had landed late, and we got stuck in some city. We couldn't go to where we were going, so we had to go get a hotel. It was very difficult. We didn't have food. So there, you could be in such a hard situation where you wind up in a hotel because Shabbos is already here, and then the hotel has an electric door, an electric thing, and all you have is a salon. I grant you could, but that's not regular. It's very easy to keep Shabbos. Very easy to keep kosher. You just don't book tray food. Believe me, this is not hard. Paul is so wrong about this. He's so off. This is so why it's so transparent. He wasn't Orthodox. He wasn't a Pharisee. Because he makes the big deal out of the difficulty of keeping ritual law. Ritual law is the easiest thing to keep. It really is not difficult to keep kosher. Moreover, what do Noachites complain? I mean, people who observe the Jewish faith without converting to the Jewish nation, what do they complain about the most? I'll tell you the truth. They all know it. I want to keep Shabbos. Can I? I want to put a mezuzah on my door. May I? I want to keep the holidays. I want to go to a Passover Seder. As a Noach, I can't. They all want to do this, and I can't give them enough. Please, they're insulted if you tell them, well, you don't have to keep Shabbos. What do you mean I don't have to keep Shabbos? What am I? So just listen. Let's talk about the real thing. The reality is that the challenge in life is your relationship between men and your fellow men. That's the challenge, that there should be justice and righteousness. And Sodom was destroyed for violating, because there was no tzedakah mishpat. See Genesis chapter 18. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Holy One, blessed be his name, tells us explicitly in the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 27, would you consider looking it up for yourself? Would you consider? Would you consider opening it up for yourself and reading it today? Really? Isaiah 1:27. Jerusalem, we will be saved, will be redeemed. The Messianic age will come. The world will be redeemed through what? Tzedakah mishpat. Tzedakah means justice. Mishpat, we'll just loosely translate justice and righteousness. That's it. How do you treat other people? Really? Why do you think the Jews go through all these tsaros, these problems we have? Our enemies want to destroy us. It unites us. You know what it means? If you're a Christian now, I'm not kidding, if you're a Christian and you read Isaiah 1:27, and please read it in context. Read the early part of Isaiah 1 where the Jews are criticized because they were keeping ritual law, but they were not feeding the hungry, not clothing the naked, not taking care of the widow. Because I don't need any of it. I don't need your candies. I don't need your flour. They're nice. But if you're doing that stuff, you're messed up. You're really messed up. And Klal Yisrael was messing up bad. Bad. And then October 7th happened. And that's what it took to unite us. That's what it took. That's sad. That's Mashiach ben Yosef moment. Isn't that sad? And we were fighting on the streets of Jerusalem and Tel Aviv. Fighting. Crazy over crazy things. Like idiots. It wasn't an issue of eating bacon. Where I live, you can't even find bacon. We were fighting each other on the streets of Yerushalayim. We were going to court over if you can build a sukkah or put up a mechitza on the street. We were cursing each other. Really? October 7th. October 7th put an end to that. Now we look back and go, what were we thinking? That's real Mashiach ben Yosef moment. That's a real Mashiach ben Yosef moment, my friends. So let's be very clear. The challenge for the believer is to understand that every person is created in the image of God. There are many people who urge me not to do what I do because those who become Christians or are Christians, who cares about them? They're pro-Israel or they're losers who convert to another religion. Let them go. We don't need them. I say no. They're all created in the image of God. They need to know. But I tell you this, you can look at the criticism of Tanakh. Now, if you really know your prophets, Tanakh, well, You can see examples of when Jews are criticized for violating Shabbat. I'm talking in the Nevi'im and the Ketuvim. There are examples. There are. It's very rare. You'll also notice and I want to exclude from this the Dor HaMidbar, the generation that spent 40 years in the wilderness. That was different. But once we go to the Nevi'im, after the people have gone to the land of Israel, are in there, like if you go into Ezra chapter 10, in these chapters, even when people made a mistake, in Nehemiah chapter 13, chapter 9, there's a criticism for not observing Shabbos. But it's very light. Stop what you're doing. Go back, whatever. So that's the key. Ritual mitzvot, very easy to keep. How you treat another person, this is the great challenge. If you enjoyed this program, please like and subscribe.
אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא לעת נעשה בחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא ואחרי ככלות הכל לבדו ימלוך נורא